Emmanuel, God is with us. Emmanuel, God is with us. I want to give a little tip on how to get your sweetest blackberries from your yard. You want to have the soil be full of organic matter, leaf mulch. Mine is conifer leaf mulch. It falls directly from the tree. The second thing, and it is really important, when your berries turn like this, when they turn like this, don't just pull them and say, oh, they're ready, you know, and I got to beat the birds to them. Although you do have to beat the birds to them. I firstly suggest that you grow enough berries for everybody, but if you aren't growing enough berries for the few birds in your area and yourself, you're just not growing enough berries. You need to grow more berries. Okay, that's my first statement. The second thing is, let them go another day or two until they're really, really soft. You see, something bit this one and the berry was still tart, and so it was like, oh no, because I have really, really sweet golden raspberries. So you want to let it go until it is dull in color. I'll show you one that's ready. This one is dull in color. You see how it's not shiny and pretty and new and freshly black? Like, I'm trying to do this without, maybe this side's better. Okay. If you see, the berry starts out shiny. The riper it gets, the duller it gets. What I do is to mimic the wild. I let it get as dull as it possibly can and as black as possible. And then and only then do I pick it. If you're in the South, you don't even need to water blackberries. I am in Southern California, so I give once a week of water deeply. That's another thing. You don't want to overwater, because if you overwater, you harvest these watery berries that aren't any good. You know, if you're concerned about the prettiness and you want to sell them at market, you're going to have to pick tart berries, and you might sell them one time, but I don't know how many times people are going to come for those tart berries, you know. So that's my tip. These berries have a good recommendation. My mother picked wild berries in the South when she was a child. They used to have areas where the land was still wild. She could go out and pick the berries. And she said, my berries taste just like wild blackberries. They're sweet, they're juicy, and they are delicious. So I thought I'd let you guys know what I do. I leave them on there, and I let them get sweet. Even after they're like that dark maroon color, I don't let that worry me. See, that one's still clinging. You got a few days. Oh, that one looks good. Yeah. So, I mean, these are all good. But one more day of heat, and they're going to be phenomenal. So I hope that helps you. God bless you. Jesus loves you. And I love you with all of Jesus. Grab a few berries that have been hiding underneath here. If you look at that, it's nondescript. None of the berries look right. But this plant thought ahead. And there's the right berries. I'm just going to take my little handy hand in there and gently, when they're ripe, they just come right off. They're not hard when they're ripe. It fell into my hand. Thought I'd go through and pick some of my blackberries. We had extra water this year, and so some of them got huge. You know, I got to clean them up. I see stuff is moving in, because these are like houses more than they are like berries. And you can see the new berries coming in now that I'm watering it, and it's not getting all of that food there smaller. Oh wow, So I see this blackberry plant could take some of that rain that they have in the south. This is a sport of my own garden. It grew from a seed that a bird left me. So it's not grown anyplace else but here. Okay. And there's my pint of berries. Oh my goodness, there's more berries on here that are ripe. Okay, I never take them all, you guys. I always leave some for the grazers. So this one's kind of tiny. You know, my grazers are squirrels, so I'll leave that for the squirrel. And I'll grab that one. I've been leaving some for the squirrel. And we had a cat move in the neighborhood, so I hope the little squirrel is okay. I enjoyed him. But cats and squirrels don't mix. Okay. I think I got most of them and I left some. Never take it all, guys. Okay, it's time to harvest. And as you can see, berries are falling on the ground, so that's how you know. Let's get in there and get these ripe berries. Now, this is golden something, I forget the name. But as you can see, there's a light yellow berry, and then there's a pinkish rosé colored berry. The pinkish rosé colored berry is ready. They fall off when they're ready. I'm sorry, guys. I let my berries hang down. Well, harvesting is easy. I just have to look on the ground and find out where they're falling. It's time to harvest our third harvest of berries. And you see that dull color on that blackberry? That's what you're looking for. If it's not dull, it's not sweet. It's black, but it's not sweet. Oh, this one looks like I might have let it go too long. Yeah, but that's okay. Whew. You see that one I let go too long. There we go. See that dull color on those? Just fell off in my hands. Wow, I'm getting quite a harvest today. Put them in there. Underneath here, I have to pull back next year's berries to get to this year's berries. I want you to notice how dull this berry is and how shiny that other one is. Most of these are ready, but there's one that isn't. Okay. And when the berries just come off in your hand there, you're at the very last of it. You know, if you didn't get that berry then, it's just gonna dry on. I'm just checking because, you know, sometimes there's hidden berries. That one's not ready. That one's not ready. Trying to show you this stuff because having sweet homegrown berries, this one looks ready. Could have gone another day, but I might have not. Oh my goodness, this one is just crumbling into pieces, which means I waited way too late to harvest that one. That's why I harvested that other one, because it's like sometimes you just miss it. Okay, can you guys see this? I'm checking, see if anybody's ready. No. Okay. Okay. I know these already. I can just look at them and tell. Yep. And did I get everybody? This one's got a little bit of shine on it, but it was ready. It slipped right into my hand. Okay. Oh my goodness. Wow. I didn't even think there was gonna be any berries there, guys. But there are. And I've been letting these dry on the vine because I didn't think they were here. So as you can see, I've been missing berries. Shame on me. And you know, if you don't pick them, you don't get as many. So picking your berries is very important. I'm even going to take the ones, like I said, if you don't pick them, they dry on the vine. And that's what's been happening to these. So I'll get them. Even though I waited too late to have your best harvest, even if you miss them, you have to go through and still pick them. Wow. I brought this little bowl. I should have brought a bucket. Okay. This one looks like it might be. Nah, not yet. Okay. Let's keep looking. Let's try to be tenacious here. Okay. Nah, not ready yet. Not ready. Alrighty. See what we got here. Ah, that one's snuck in there. And it's ready amidst all those red berries. Yeah. This one might be ready. Yep. And this one's definitely ready. Okay. Let's put them back in our little bowl. This is one bush. I have a small backyard. I can only handle, you know, a bush. Wow. I don't have a whole big section like some people. Yep, that one was ready. And this is my first full bowl I've ever gotten. I've gotten half bowls before, and that's what I was expecting. That's like a cup full of berries from here, and it's been cropping for a while. You guys, if you can grow blackberries, it's rewarding and it's healthy. And I use the leaves for tea. It makes a delicious tea. It improves your immunity. And the berries are sweet and tasty. It's very important. These berries were pulled from my garden. They are not radiated, no pesticides are on them. You don't know what's living inside of that. So a simple rinse is not good enough. Okay? You have to clean your home berries in a city garden. I don't know what you may have in the country, but in the city, you know, the animals can get pretty desperate. So first I rinse them off like that. That's just to get any outlying bugs, but it's not going to get the real pest. So then you take your berries and your rinsed berries. Take a good look. Make sure you don't see any spider webs or anything like that. Most of the time you won't, even if something's there. You know, these are a good, healthy food source that provides a lot of life to a lot of things. So, that looks like dried leaves. This berry is overripe, so it's okay. But I got most of them at a good time. Harvesting this many berries is hard to get it all right. Okay, so there we go. These little ones at the bottom, the thripes love the raspberries. I mean, they love those more than they do the blackberries. See? Now, after you do that, now you clean it. What I do is just take a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. It's not rocket science. And then you put some water in the bowl. And you need to leave that for an hour or two so that anything that's in those berries will swim out. I don't know if I'm seeing anything or not, but you will. Stuff will come out of the berries and you will eat. You can eat them then raw or cooked safely. First guy out, okay? I wouldn't have wanted to eat him. Jesus loves you, and I love you with all the Jesus in me. Be blessed, beautiful.